today I'm going to start with actually fixing the problem I had. Like last stream, I had to use this mic, right? I couldn't use this mic that I'm actually using now. But it's not all set up, it's not all finished. So what I've done that I already had, but it wasn't like, didn't work with this fan, apparently. So what you have filters here too, on the global audio sources that they're not actually sources, they're global sources. So if you would reference them in StreamerBot or like Sammy here, then you would just do empty for the scene, because they're not in the scene, right? So we have here desk fan, which is on now. So if I'm quiet and turn it off, you can hear that my fan is actually on, right? I also made one for my AC. I turned it on, just not like connected to the outside or anything, because the window is actually closed. So I'm thinking maybe we'll make one for the traffic outside, but I think it's kind of slow traffic. It's lunchtime here in Sweden. It's kind of you know, not a lot of people going to work this time or anything here in the area. It's not like businesses or anything here. It's just houses. People's homes. So, there's the bus though. If we could catch the bus, that would be nice. And airplanes. We have airplanes too. So we could make one for traffic, but I'm not sure even how the quality of the audio is now. If this actually makes my audio worse, so that having the fan off would be better. But if I had the fan off, I wouldn't be able to think, right? And also, let's see what happens if we turn it up to another degree. We can also actually open the interface here, so we can see. You can see that when I talk, I have set this by clicking the auto build noise profile, and you get this by selecting the subtract here. I think also the edit mode precise. I don't know if you need that. We could look. I think the default is point smooth here. Well, I don't want to destroy this one because I don't want to like make a new one on stream, because you know there might be other sounds. I don't want it to pick anything else up. I even couldn't click with my mouse because then I get a bump over here, right? Where the mouse click was. So I carefully pressed the keyboard to make this. But I'm thinking we'll make another one, just to make sure everybody knows. Have it recorded too, you know? So, as you can see, some of my voice is actually removed from this, right? From this filter being active. So that's what I'm worried about. How will this sound? If I listen to myself now, will I sound like very odd and flat, and can you even hear me? There's a lot of my voice overlapping here. If I talk a bit quietly, I'm almost not over there at all. Am I? I don't know. So, this is a test, apparently, right? Live test. We're going to keep this on for now because I want the fan on. And I also know that the other mic, it will also cut stuff, right? So the difference for the AC, it looks like this. It's even more, well, it makes a lot of sounds. It clicks and yeah, different audio sounds there. So if we compare this, if I activate it too, and we have both there, and we open this again. Come on. So this is a new problem. I can't close it. So what if I disable it? Click close. Nah. Well, this is not without bugs, apparently. So let's go to the filters again. And Now let's open this. It's there. Close it. Activate. This is still closed. It's not switched to open. So that's a bug. Okay, I closed it with the X button, right? So now when it's active and we click open, you can see my speech overlapping with this. It's really very odd, actually. This is not what my speech looked like before. So I want to listen to this. It's just to hop into YouTube and look and then have you see the delay. No. So I'm going to, since the AC is not on, I'm not sure even if you can hear me there. So this will have to do, the desk fan. It's actually like a meter from me, this direction. And it's not moving either. I've set it to just as less noise as possible, and also I want the air all the time. It's just 30.6 in here. Outside it's actually 28.2 on the roof today, though the sun is still shining, so it's a bit of... so I just got a message. I'm going to reply to my... let's see. Today is Tuesday. How long will I possibly be streaming? I'm just answering quickly, and I can't speak English at the same time as I'm typing Swedish. Better reply to your old mom, right? There. So, sent. Also, these lights, even if they're LEDs, they create a bit of warmth, actually, so the fan is kind of nice. Though I'm kind of comfortable at, well, 28 definitely, but 30.7, it's a bit warm in here, simply. I think maybe 25, 26, that would be my perfect temperature. So it's not much too warm. Anyway, so I had this I've tested different noise suppressions apparently. I don't really remember all of these. But sometime I decided that this was the best one. And I changed the name of the one that was actually currently active. And it was called Fan at the end. But I thought that why not have the actual name, the first bit where you can see it, right? And this one is also the same Reaper standalone. So it's a free VST plugin. And this is the same. So I don't know what it is for. Maybe at the end of the name here. So if you F2 it. No, nothing. Maybe this is just like with nothing on, and I made one for just the room. Like maybe the computer when I made this one. It would be fun to be able to see the date here, like, right? When you created it. So, I know when I recorded YouTube videos a few years back, then I was like turning off the heating of the house. So it does echo up to the, what do you call it? In Swedish, element. So something like that. The heat thingy in my room. Through the water pipes, right? All metal connected. Lots of noise. But it's kind of quiet now. It's also summer. So not much noise actually really here. I did see a tiny shape of my computer. It's fans probably, but I can't hear it really. It's kind of quiet. So I will need, well, let's make a new one just to do it, that we can use later for cars. It's on the blue mic, which is, it says blue on the snowball there, right? You know. So that's its identity for me. So we're going to filters, and we're going to add another one and make it a VST2. And let's call it like traffic. Like open window traffic, right? And we could also put the plugin that I'm actually going to add here. And then let's select it. So refer standalone, and then we just open it, and we have this, and we have now the points. I don't really know how this works, you know, but let's actually turn this off. You will hear the fan in the background. We can test this with that. So that's how it usually works when you click the close open button. That's what's supposed to happen. So if we were to set this, so if we instead select precise, well, let's go for the point smooth and automatic. Yeah, so the automatic will hop it to precise automatically, and now it's moving. You see my clicks? You can hear a thing there. Since my voice gets part of what's filtered. So we can capture a bit of it, and then if we're not pleased, we do reset, and then we click this again. Now you can see how I clicked my keyboard at the end. They got a peak down by this side. So that's a real thing. How could we like activate and deactivate if you want to keep the keyboard sound or mouse sound? But some people seem to like those in there, but it's anyway, it's not a part of the traffic, right? So if I were to open my window tiniest bit so we can hear the sound from outside. I don't think it's really worth it because I'm not putting the pollen filter in now because it's not really colder outside. It's not worth it. And there's no traffic. So anyway, so this we will, when I have traffic later, I will make this an actual filter that works. So now we only have the desk fan one, but I created this one before stream. And apparently the fan was noisier then. That's funny, right? So tell me if you can't hear me, but it looks like you can hear me here, right? It passes through the filter. So I would like to learn more about the filters, because this image and this image, it looks like my voice is like hardly making it through here, and the volume here says something else, right? So I installed these plugins some time ago, but I'm sure you can just Google them. Anyways, let's make a test here too. Because I didn't hear the TTS before, that's why.
Connected to channel Fix at 42. Fixerbot says,
it was not
Welcome. Stream
active.
starts in 5 minutes. T minus 4 minutes. Stream about to start, 1 minute left.
Fixit says, test.
So that it read all the messages, it meant that it was actually active and up, kinda. It was minimized though. So you need to kinda have this window up. That's Chrome. Chrome's fault, not the bot itself. So so there. Just making sure to have it all on. So the next thing I want to do is do these filters. I want to be able to connect and or like start, enable and disable them without going into the filter settings, right? So I'm just going to start my phone here, where I have actually still running Lyre on board. So I should get a new app. Maybe if I'm doing a bit of streaming stuff, maybe I should take some opportunity. But I don't think so. It's working fine. When I get a problem, then I can update it. So this is the one that I have up on my phone. So I'm thinking I don't want all of them, but like turning the fan and the AC on, they are kind of current right now. I could make, more buttons. I could just change this to 11. And we have more button places here, but I think this is kind of nice size to have, 3 times 10. Also, we could make them shorter. We don't need microscope FS, these long text, and also they shrink. The size shrink. So if we were to do like 4 here, it just shrinks the font, so it still fits. So, but I kind of like the 3 one. It's aesthetically pleasing, right? So let's just make 2 buttons down here. So these I can move my camera around. And let's see, so I'm not underneath the camera there. So here I have removing the camera itself. It will just give me a short ad for 5 seconds before it starts us up. There. Done. So I can remove my camera with this button. And so let's see. I want to see myself too. So with the button beneath it there, it's the waveform. I can add this waveform here. So I have this kind of thing here, and then I have the right one. I can have one on the right side if I want to, and then I can activate on off. I don't want to click any one that's activate because it might like break things. Then I can make this round or full screen. I can make it green screen. So let's bring something green up here. So we're green screening. So if I toggle this button again, it goes to a green post-it note, right? So then I also have the same for the desk here, the toggle green screen there. Then I have scene switches here. So this is the big camera. So if I were to switch to any of these, you wouldn't see this anymore. So we can go to desk, because then no, it's a microscope there too. So, but they work, the buttons. Microscope full screen, desk full screen. So, so the thing with the microscope, it's not powered. That's the only thing there. So let's at least, this is only connected to OBS, it's not connected to Twitch or anything. So I used to have everything in here, but I moved to Streambot, so except for the buttons, but the buttons, they're best in Sami still. And this is an old version of Sami because they stopped having support for the lower onboard apps that I use. And it's kind of convenient, so I just stopped updating it. We'll see. I'll probably take the time to research what app I should run on the phone instead. So to avoid getting a boring gray button, let's actually copy a button. So we're going to change a filter. Do I have anything that does that already? I don't think so. Anyway, this is a free app, and the app for the phone is free, so it's 5-second ad on that app, which is an old one. But it works on old phones too, which is nice. That's why I'm keeping it so far. Though the oh my god, Christine maybe, that makes Sami. She has made a new app that's not supported on those phones, but he gave me the tip that I can use the web, and that worked. So there is a solution. So I might switch. Anyway. Let's just take anything. This is a source on off. It's not far from a filter on off. So we'll just copy this button and we'll paste it here. So I don't have to set the background color to the right thing and copy that number instead. That's easier here, right? So if we just double click, we can edit the name over here. And you can see I have a backslash n in here to make it into 2 lines. So that works great too. What should we call it? Fan filter on off, right? We want a toggle, and we will need a backslash n here because we don't want that on one line. That will be tiny text, right? Fan filter. Fan audio. I think fan audio is better. I could also type filter. Anyway, let's look at this one. This is a toggle for something that needs a more complex toggle, right? So scene name, source name, and here we're not actually interested in a source name. Let's add something. Okay. If I click plus here, yeah, then I add. We're going to do something with a filter. So change filter. Yeah, there's a toggle. That's what I thought. We don't need to keep track of it ourselves. Right, so we can just toggle filter visibility. So I don't think we will have any use of the code that's in here. This is too complex. We can just delete it. Let's actually make sure here. Yeah, because this is kind of complex compared to this one, so I'm just deleting everything. So let's see, can I delete it like this? And selected everything. What if I just click delete? That doesn't work. Delete selected. So we click the button. Now we have a fresh thing to start with. And we search filter again. So we're going to toggle the filter visibility, though it's an audio filter, so it's the main OBS. The source name is actually nothing. This is the funny thing here, you know, because this is a filter on, let's see, maybe there is something special in this. Yeah, look here, we have the mic and the blue mic here. So they're actually, yeah, this is the source name. Yeah, right. So I haven't used filter before, so I didn't read source. I thought it was the scene. It wanted the scene first. And it didn't. So here we have them all. This is very simple. And since it's a toggle, we're done. We're done. We just need to select this button will be the desk fan. Right? So we save it. We look at here at the background here. And I'm going to try to be quiet and run this. We can see the fan noise. You can probably hear it too. I can always hear it, of course. So, button works. So let's copy this button now instead, because we have a more suitable button, and we paste it. And let's first change this to AC. Audio on off. It is audio on off of AC, right? Not just a filter on off. We're magically turning the fan on here. Well, just the audio of it. So it's the same mic, just a different one, and I called it AC. So turning this one on and off won't make much change, you know, since it's not even on. But we can always check. Let's run it once and save. And also, the buttons have already appeared on my phone, so I can put them there now. So we don't have to have this up. We save it, or else it will disappear if I just close it. You know? So let's test the button on my phone here. Right, we can add the other camera that we had last time, so you can see. So it is connected. Fan audio. No, it doesn't click. Nothing happens when I click. So I'll have to go back and check. So semi, vertical, and this one. So when I run it, it no longer works. I know why. Because the AC audio one was on. And it covered the same frequencies. So that's why. Well, that means it works. It's just me not thinking thoroughly. So if I turn the fan off now, or on rather, now the fan filter is on, and then I turn it off, and now I turn the AC one on, which takes a wider frequency, right? So it also covers the fan, meaning I don't have to have both on, right? So I'm turning it off again. So we have the fan noise, and then I'm turning the fan audio on. So we shouldn't have any fan noise, and to make sure of the status of these, we'll go into filters and check that we have only the fan one on now. Nice. So it works. So the buttons are done too. Is there anything else we could want to play with OBS before we go to the hacking bit, right? I don't want to hop back and forth. So now I can use my main mic without you hearing my fan and AC. That's nice. Traffic, we should take care of that too, but I need traffic to, you know, sync the filter. There are kind of a lot of bass in those, right? So we could guess, but why? It would be nice to have like one bus filter. I can hear a car actually. It's gone that quickly, so it has to be several. Like nighttime, when everybody gets back from work, there are more buses certain times of the day too. So, and also I would mind. I'd have to be quiet for all of the testing time. So